Hello. We are back and we're here at round 2 of the Store Treasure Cup, battling it out for that pudding card. We just finished the Teach game after round 1 and we go into Kalgara actually. Very interesting matchup, and this meta still truly is a jungle. You expect to see a lot of different leaders, and I like it. It's pretty fun. You have to sort of blindly play through some of these leaders because you don't really know what the list contains and what to really expect other than the like obvious key cards. But it's super interesting, and I really been enjoying playing a lot of these different more roguish leaders. So for this game, we're going to be playing GP Luffy into Kalgara. We shuffle, we're going to high roll, and we do indeed high roll at 12. The Kalgara getting a 9. I don't really know what to go against this. I opt to take first just because of his leader effect. He's a very aggressive deck. I don't mind going first and just having my curve. I noticed I discovered two things about myself in this game. One, that I need to be way more attentive on my Dawn management. I make a very severe misplay during this game, so don't roast me too hard in the comment. And the other thing I realized is I have a very big head, so I apologize. I'm testing out new POVs with the camera, and my head sort of gets in the way of the camera sometimes, and it causes this whole autofocus situation to happen. So bear with me while we try to figure this out. So we kept this hand. Kalgara opted to mulligan their hand, and we're about to get started. So in our hand, we keep it instantly. We have Stage, we have Gum Gum, and we have 2 Sanji Puddings and a 6-cost Luffy. Very good hand. We can just slap those Sanji Puddings on curve. So they decided to play that new Searcher event off EB02. So it's a 2-cost. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and you can grab literally any 4-cost or higher character. So they end up grabbing the 2k Wiper that searches for an upper yard and allows you to play an upper yard. Alright, going into our 3 Dawn turn, we're just gonna swing 7, float 1 for no real reason. But I just want to, like, my whole strategy during this game is I know in order to utilize their leader effect, Kalgara has to take their own life, meaning they're killing themselves slowly. So my goal is to just push as fast as possible. I also have a very oppressive deck, and the faster I can push them down, the more I cripple them from being able to play their oppressive characters so freely. So we swing first, they trigger a Satori, apologies for the large head. They play it out, they have to trash a card in order to play it out, and then they leader effect, taking their life to play out the Wiper that they searched turn 1. So they look at top 5 for the upper yard, they actually whiff. So they just bottom all of those cards, and then they swing 6 to lead with leader. I trigger the Searcher event, and we just grab that Sanji 2k, and then with 2 more Dawn, they rested to play out another Searcher event. They got all of them, what can I say? So they search out, and they end up grabbing Holy, but actually we pointed out that they can't because it's a 3-cost, so he ends up actually taking the Satori 2k. So we'll put that in the trash, and we start our turn. We draw into another Gum Gum. So the opening hand was really good, but we're kind of drawing into a lot of bricks. It's a good thing we have that Searcher event to grab that 2k. So we leader effect here, and this is the start of the mistake I go to make. It's important to note here I'm at 4 Dawn because I leader effect. Sanji grabs us that Dawn back. I think here we just swing. I'm not sure how much I exactly decide to swing. I considered swinging into the Satori, but I don't really care at this point. Maybe I should have cared a little bit just because I don't have too much counter in hand. Gum Gum Giant sometimes make me feel like I'm superhuman and invincible, so I don't really need to worry about anything they have going on their board, which is, you know, partially true with that card. And again, I really want, like, my goal, my philosophy was to just make them as uncomfortable as possible. So I decided to just take the 2 Dawn and swing 8 into lead, requesting either 2 2Ks or to give me another life. They opt to just take the life, and now they're down to 2 already. And I just want to push this as fast as possible. So the mistake here, it happens on this turn. Like I mentioned, I'm at 4 Dawn. I think my opponent asks me how much Dawn am I at, and I say I'm at 4 going to 6. And my brain just short-circuited and made me think that I was at 6 Dawn. Thinking that I'm at 6 Dawn, I make a grave mistake here. So they go 6 at lead. I don't have any 1Ks. I give them a 2K. They go 6 again. I only have one more 2K in hand. So I opt to just take it and I get another brick. So I only have the one 2K and some Gum Gums. Go down to 1 life and they actually decide to push me heavy. They go 8 lead, leader effect, spawning out the 6/8 Kalgara. And I can't guard this unless I Gum Gum. But I should just opt to take the life. I go up to 6 Dawn next turn. I can call another Sanji Pudding, leaving me at 6 Dawn, and I can leave the Dawn open for Gum Gum, so it doesn't really matter that I'm at 0 life. And because of that miscalculation of Dawn, I decide to Gum Gum here. And only when I Dawn minused did I realize that, oh, wow, I'm only at 2 Dawn right now. So I go back up to 4. This severely hindered my game, like for the rest of the game. Luckily, I top deck an Electrical Luna. And I think without that top deck, I would have been in a lot of trouble here. But thankfully, we drew into that. So someone's looking out for us. And from the Gum Gum, we actually drew a 2K, 1K. So we're able to like stabilize a little bit. We decide to go 7. We're not really sure what we want to do. We're going to stun their board, so there's no point chasing the board. And we're just going to go 7 at lead just to test and see what happens. It's also important to note that they do have 1 Dawn open, left open. So Kalgara does run some counter events, so they're able to stay quite healthy into the late game. So realizing my mess up with Dawn, didn't really anticipate myself being at 4 Dawn here. I'm really contemplating what it is I want to do. So start with a 7, we know that's going to happen. And it's good to just get some information. Always swing first before utilizing any Dawn. And your play might change based off how the opponent reacts. So they think a little bit, they know they're down at 1. They give us a 2K, 1K, I'm not really sure exactly. I think it's the Satori that they searched earlier, and a Holy. So we top 5 search with Nami. I think we just grab 2K, grab that Sanji probably. We look at our beautiful hand of bricks, and I think we just reinforce our idea to grab that Sanji 2K and bottom the rest. So we're just going to put that in hand. The rest of our plan is probably just Luna, stun the Wiper and Satori, leader effect, and ramping 1 back up with Sanji Pudding. And here we can either swing again or call out the Sanji blocker, not really having to leave Dawn up because we know next turn we'll have the blocker worst case, and they'll only have 2 swings at most because they're only going up to 8 Dawn, so they don't have access to those 10 Dawn scary boss monsters like Ace or NL. So I think I would be very comfortable here just going 6 at lead and playing the Sanji for 3, since we're obviously well below 2 Dawn than our opponent due to our mistake. It's good that we also, I don't mind calling out the Sanji 2K because we did draw into some other 2K, so we have 2 other 2Ks in hand. So yeah, I think here we swing 6 at lead. We see again what he does. He seemed a bit hesitant to give us the 2-1 on that last swing, and he actually calculates a little bit here. So if this is starting to send signal, and he actually gives us the event on the 6K, this leads me to indicate that he might be pretty bricked up here. And it's good to notice these things because it just reinforces the idea that we really just need to push. He's at 1 life here. Obviously, if he calls Mont Blanc Nolan, he can heal since he already has that Kalgara on board. But if he does that, he has to allocate a lot of his Dawn, and maybe can swing only less. And now we have that Sanji, we have Sanji Pudding, and we can maybe clap back with some harder swings, especially if he's bricked up. So let's see what he decides to do. He attaches 1 Dawn to Kalgara and goes 9 into lead. We could opt to give him every single counter in our hand, or just take the life, and I opt to just take the life here, get access to all the resources that we can. We still have the blocker. We actually get the Searcher event. We're getting kind of lucky with these triggers and these draws. to sort of correct that mistake. Unfortunately, the top 3 search is really bad. We just get 2 bricks and a Gum Gum. We already have the Gum Gum, but might as well just hold the second one. And then he opts to actually go 10k lead, which is very unfortunate because we only have 2Ks in hand. We can't get out of this swing. We don't have any Dawn up. Not that I'm like really wanting to Gum Gum Giant here. We're only at 3 Dawn. So we're sort of forced here to just give the Sanji blocker. This hurts me a lot. I don't want to give it up, but we kind of have to. And he has 2 Dawn left over. Could be more counter events. He could be saving it for another searcher event. And I told him that I blocked. He didn't really see that we blocked. And he actually just leaves 2 Dawn up. That's very scary for me. So now we go up to 5 Dawn. We did draw another 2k, which is good. A little bit more survivability. I feel like I'm kind of cooked right here because we need to kind of go for game. Potentially. We do have 2 Gum Gums, so I can just play the Sanji Pudding, ramp back up, stand 4 Dawn basically, and then maybe play a Sanji blocker and leave a Gum Gum, or swing heavy depending on how he reacts to this, and just leave up 2 Gum Gum Giants. With the 2Ks that we've been able to draw into, we can most likely survive, depends on how he rations his Dawn to swing. So we start with a 7 just to see what he does. It looks like he sets 2 cards aside, tending to give us a 2-1, and yeah, he gives us a Satori, and I'm not sure what that other card is. Ohm. So Ohm and Satori, so a 2 and a 1, and so now I guess we just play that Sanji Pudding, get a card draw, hopefully draw into some more counter. We stand 2, we do leader effect, we drew, because we forgot to draw off the Sanji Pudding, and we actually draw a Luna, which is like the ultimate draw in this situation. We can freeze his entire board and leave a Dawn up for Gum Gum. So it's fantastic. I don't know what's happening here, but it's sort of course correction based off our big misplay at the beginning. So he actually ends up taking the 6. So I guess he was bluffing the 2 Dawn up, or didn't want to use it. I assume it's a bluff. He just takes the 6, goes down to 0. We Luna his entire board, and we have 1 Dawn up, no life, and no blockers. So if he can heal, maybe he can choose to heal. But now that we have 2 Sanji Puddings on board, and maybe potentially can play the 6-cost Luffy next turn, since we'll be going up to 7, he might be too scared because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, up to potentially 5 swings next turn, and 1 life isn't really going to cut it at that point. So he's in a kind of a tough spot here. Drawing that second Luna, I think without getting that Luna, we would have been really much on the back foot, but we got kind of fortunate in that draw. So he's deliberating a lot here if he wants to maybe heal, if he wants to put some chump blockers down, if he wants to just go in 15k with leader. To be honest, the fact that I only have 1 Dawn up, you could maybe take your chances with the 15. It would mean a Gum Gum, which he knows we have, and 3 2Ks, or 2 Gum. Well, I can't 2 Gum Gum because I only have 1 Dawn up. So really the combination would have to be a Gum Gum Giant and 3 2Ks to get out of it. And as we know, GP Luffy can tend to brick, so we might not have it. Maybe we're hoping to draw into those cards. Knowing what's in our hand, we already have the 3 2K, so I'm kind of hoping he just goes 15k lead. I'll Gum Gum 3 2Ks, and then now I can clap back with double Sanji and leader. And knowing or feeling at least that he seemed to be a bit bricked, it could be a good choice. So I'm actually going to fast forward this a little bit because I think he deliberates on this for quite some time. So we're just going to put that into 2 times speed. We talked already a little bit in terms of like the different choices. If he's able to call out maybe 1 or 2 blockers, I think even then, as long as he's bricked, it won't help him, especially if we can play that 6-cost Luffy, like I said. And he kind of wants to force us to Gum Gum Giant here, because if we Gum Gum, we're going to only go back up to 5 Dawn next turn, not have access to that Luffy. So how can you force the Gum Gum while at the same time, you know, do something to survive, either heal or put some chump blockers down. So again, just deliberating, really thinking, and at the end he just puts all 10 Dawn and decides to go for that 15. I think it is the correct move. We do decide to Gum Gum, giving the 6 cost Luffy, and we actually draw 2 bricks. So it's very fortunate that we had the 3 2Ks in hand, and we just show those 3 2Ks. We go back up to 5 down. We actually draw another Luna. Not that we should play it, because I don't think we survive another turn, another 15. So here we just have to go for game. I just opt to just not overthink it. Take the 5 Dawn, attach them to a single Sanji Pudding, and go in for 12k, and we just grab it right there. The thought process is, the thought process here, if we go 12, if he can miraculously get out of that, we can just leader effect, and we'll have we won't have any Dawn to stand, but we'll ramp up to Dawn, and we can go 6-9 with the remaining bodies. And if he can get out of a 12-6-9, GG's, he deserves that win at that point. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys back for round 3 of the Treasure Cup. Peace.